Okay, so today I'm going to be telling you guys about how I got this scar on my face from playing flag football. So, Rio had a home game against PUC, and I remember specifically that I really didn't want to play that day. I was just really out of it, and I was really contemplating asking coach if I could just not play this game. But I decided to play, and what happened is I was rushing the quarterback, and as she lifted her arm to throw the football, her elbow collided with my forehead, and I didn't realize I was bleeding, but I was really stunned, and I was ready to go run and block for Mara because she caught an interception. And I was like, oh, I gotta go block. But then they blew the whistle, and I was like, oh, shoot, I'm bleeding. And I didn't realize that. I thought I had a bloody nose, so I run off the field, and then coach tells me to sit down, and I start bleeding like all over my sock and like down my jersey, and I for real thought it was just like a bloody nose. I didn't realize that like part of my face was split wide open. They carried me to like the sidelines, and they were trying to like clean up the blood and stuff. Yeah, and I was doing fine. I was like, it's fine, it's probably just a little cut. And I was doing okay until I heard the words plastic surgery and that I would need stitches. And that's when I started freaking out. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, this could look really bad. This could go really badly. So they had to take me to the ER. So um, I went to the first hospital I went to. I was with Giovanni and Diego, and I'm really grateful that they were there. They were keeping me company while I was at the ER. And yeah, we were there for a couple of hours. It wasn't fun because it took forever for them to get to me, the doctors. And they had to check for see if I had a concussion. I had to take like a X-ray of my head. It was just like a really long process, and everyone was staring at me, of course, because I had blood like all over myself. But eventually, I got moved to Kaiser with my mom, and at this point, things had like really settled in that I really had a big cut. I opened my phone up and I like looked at the gash. It was huge. It was huge. It was going down across my left eyebrow, and it scared me because it was really big. And I was like, "Oh my goodness, like it's really big." And I was really scared because I was like, "I don't know if my face is going to be like messed up for life." But it was okay because they put me with the emergency medicine doctor because the surgeon on call didn't want to come down because it wasn't that complicated or jagged of a cut, which made sense. But I'm very thankful for the emergency medicine doctor because he did a great job stitching me up. And okay, the scariest part for me was not the stitches but the anesthetic, because they came in, they flushed out my wound, and then he had to numb my face up with this anesthetic, and the needle was huge, and he had to stick it in my gash, and oh, it stung so bad. Like the stitches were not the worst part. The accident was not the worst part. It was the anesthetic. But after that, I got all stitched up, and I looked a little bit like Frankenstein. And for the following weeks, I had bruising around my eyes, and I didn't look too great. But I'm very grateful with how it turned out because my skin healed really well, and now I have a pretty cool scar and a pretty cool story to tell.